This is called Epstein and P. Diddy's cases will be fully exposed and will crush the establishment.
Fully exposed. P. Diddy, Epstein, all of that. Client list, unredacted, people going down, government officials going down, Hollywood going down. Let's see what really happened.
On this channel, we call out false prophets like the Bible tells us to. The Bible tells us these are wolves in sheep's clothing. And how do we know they are false? Jesus said the law and prophets were, until John the Baptist. If the thing does not come true, they are not of God. And through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. For false Christs and false prophets shall rise, and shall show signs and wonders to seduce, if it were possible, even the elect.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to get into Julie Green. We're going to look into what she said about P. Diddy and Epstein. And, you know, she follows it up with, "Thus saith the Lord." So we're going to get into that and show where she is completely wrong again. Now, researching this, I got a lot of clips, and I probably won't even use all the clips that I did clip out of her videos, and I ignored a lot of other ones. So this could have been a huge video. I'm just trying to get it condensed down. Now, a original clip would look something like this, but I will be adding filters or something to the video to try to throw off the algorithm, because this platform will throw off any of her videos they detect. I've had several of mine removed just because I had her speaking in a video. She's been kicked off the platform 5 times, and they tend to delete anybody that's reposting her stuff. So if it looks a little funny, it's the original video. I just added some filters. Now, the short version of this video is going to be where she talked about the P. Diddy case and Epstein stuff, and how it was going to bring all these people down. It was going to get published, unredacted, the lists, and a lot of people were going down in the government. A lot of people were going down in Hollywood, and it was just going to clean out a lot of bad things. And the reality is pretty much nothing happened, but let's get into it. And also, before we start, I want to remind everybody that her prophecies, "Thus saith the Lord," refers to Trump as his David a lot, as in his David is going to expose all of these wrong things.
My David is, this is the time of my David.
Get your hands off of my David.
More explosive Epstein reports are coming that will implicate many leaders in Washington. P. Diddy's case will implicate many politicians in Washington and Hollywood elites. Both cases will expose and destroy the establishment and their puppets, no matter what position they hold.
So we can see in the background there, this happened in 2025. So this is supposed to expose people in government, people in Hollywood, all these people.
Says the Lord of hosts. Says the Lord. Saith the Lord. Saith the Lord. Saith the Lord. More explosive Epstein reports are coming out that will implicate many leaders in Washington. P. Diddy's case will also implicate many politicians in Washington and Hollywood elites. Oh, they think they got this in the bag. Do you honestly think that people in the FBI like Cash Patel and Dan Bongino, all of a sudden they're not going to do anything about Epstein?
You said Jeffrey Epstein. People don't believe it.
Well, I mean, listen, they have a right to their opinion, but as someone who has worked as a public defender, as a prosecutor, who's been in that prison system, who's been in the Metropolitan Detention Center, who's been in segregated housing, you know a suicide when you see one, and that's what that was.
He killed himself. You want me to? I've seen the whole file. He killed himself.
Both cases will be exposed and destroy the establishment and their puppets, no matter what position they hold. These cases will bring down the establishment. It'll bring down Hollywood as we know it. Their walls in Hollywood are about to fall, and everything they have done will be exposed. Diddy is just the beginning of the fall of the Hollywood elites. Behind the scenes, some are scrambling to make deals to save themselves from the annihilation of Hollywood as you know it. Directors will fall. Producers will fall. The Hollywood elites will fall. Their crimes and their extreme corruption will all be out in the open. The P. Diddy case will explode. Many will sing like canaries to save themselves. Some are making deals to turn over more evidence to bring the elites in Washington down for good.
So the P. Diddy case is done. Did any government officials get taken down with this? And what was the result of the P. Diddy case?
Sean P. Diddy Combs' mom, Janice, waving to the crowd, his children breaking into smiles as they leave the federal courthouse in downtown Manhattan after the stunning verdict. Shouts of congratulations fill the air as they climb into a waiting van.
Congratulations, Mama Cole! Such a spectacular loss on the part of prosecutors in the Diddy case. Getting convicted of the Mann Act, he is going to get out within a year. I mean, based on based on sentencing guidelines, prosecutors are asking for a little more than 4.
Right.
And he's already served nearly a year. He's not going to get 4. He's going to get less than that. He could easily get 2 under the sentencing guidelines, and he's already served 1, plus there's credit that he's going to get. Diddy will get out, but when he got back to prison, it was raucous.
On Wednesday night, when he walked in after, like you said, certainly he views it as a victory. The other inmates gave him a standing ovation.
He beat the feds.
Because he beat the feds.
The secret underground world is being annihilated by me. These are the days of revival and your enemy's defeat, says the Lord of hosts. This Epstein case will remove many out of their places of power and destroy the deep state in ways they will never recover from. It's all coming out, the skeletons that have been buried for a long time, and justice will be served, says the Lord of hosts. Epstein, oh yes, the truth will come out what happened in his cell that day. There are recordings of who and what happened and when.
You know a suicide when you see one, and that's what that was.
He killed himself.
Now, Julie Green, these are some of the people she bragged about. I mean, I think she done some shows with Kash Patel, but she talked highly of these two, and that's what they're saying now. Now, conspiracy theories went all over the place, and the people's minds wander. But you take somebody from the lap of luxury and you put them in a prison cell with the life of prison, things can enter their mind. I've seen it happen. Now, they released like 11 hours of the video footage of that cell block showing that nobody went into that
Epstein's
cell.
Full exposure and truth of his death, his assignments, his payoffs from the globalists and the establishment. Everyone that is hiding behind him for safety because he was picked to fall to save the establishment's secrets. My children, do not pay attention to what is said or what it looks like right now. Everyone connected to Epstein is not escaping judgment. All the big names are about to be released, and Epstein's secret island will be secret no more. Every crime committed along with every individual who visited there will be exposed. The list is coming, and it will not be redacted. And Epstein's secret island will be a secret no more. You say, well, Julius, Epstein's island is not secret because it has been revealed. It has not been revealed who all has been there. That has been a secret. And what God is saying is that it will be a secret no more. Every crime committed along with every individual who visited there will be exposed. The list is coming and will not be redacted. So lists has come out regarding who was all there, but of course it's been redacted to the public. So they kept trying to keep that a secret, and God saying, no, he's going to unveil every single name and every single person in what they did.
So for years we had to listen about my David, and my David's in charge, and he's saying there's no list. That's what they're saying.
A great shaking is coming to the Hollywood elites. Those who are connected to Epstein and P. Diddy. Your enemies truly think that those men can fall for them. So they will stay out of the spotlight. The attention and the evidence will just be put on the ones chosen to fall by the elites. But no one that was part of child trafficking is safe from exposure and destruction. That system is about to be rocked and annihilated and brought to nothing. Paragraph, a great shaking is coming to the Hollywood elites. Those who are connected to Epstein and P. Diddy. Now again, P. Diddy. The Lord's been talking about the rap industry, the Epstein, all that is connected to government officials. Just wait to see how many government officials are connected to this crap.
I believe that answer is none. It's none.
It's going to be shocking. But when you have people on their tail, they got to let somebody fall for it to deceive and distract and destroy. Remember, they deny. But there is a lot of videos out there, and God has infiltrated infiltrators.
Now, researching this, I heard infiltrators of the infiltrators so many times. And when you go back and you start looking at all of her old stuff, it's like, how in the world are people deceived by this? You really need to go back and look at what she said in the past, because none of this has happened. But she says the infiltrator thing over and over, just about as many times as she says some secret laptop is coming forward or whistleblower coming forward. It's just lunacy.
So there is a lot of people that are going to get in trouble for this one. They're going to try to hide it, but they're not going to be able to. Your enemies truly think that those men can fall for them, so they will stay out of the spotlight, and the attention and evidence will just be put on ones chosen to fall by the elites. Epstein was chosen to fall by the elite, and so was whatever her name was. That what's her name?
Ghislaine Maxwell, British socialite and criminal, daughter of Robert Maxwell.
I've only heard of some of the things that was released with P. Diddy. I didn't want to know. I did not want to know, to tell you the truth, because God's been warning about this for years, about these people that are like that sick and evil. But what he made women do. That's why it has to all be exposed. God's seen that evil, and he's exposing it and bringing it down. I will show you how, and who has been involved. I will drag them out of their safe places, and judgment will hit those who partook in such evil, says the Lord.
There she is saying again, this is from the Lord.
Just to think about all who are involved in that is disgusting. And then they recorded it. Anyway, God's going to make sure that those recordings cannot be buried or destroyed. Because he said truth was coming like a flood, and it's coming like a flood.
I thought floods were quicker than this.
I will say this again. My David is here to bring them all down. Down now, and that every lie will be revealed.
So, since this video, 2023, has anybody heard of another Epstein Island?
Another island will be in your news. Yes, another island so many use to hide what they have been doing to children. I told you before, Epstein Island was not the only one. My children, much darkness has been hidden that my light and my truth is exposing in this hour, saith the Lord.
She's saying this is God talking, that he is going to expose this in this hour on a video dated 2023.
November, again, it's called My David is Coming Back to Bring Down the Giants.
So Trump heard David was going to come back and get rid of all the giants. And we'll get into a clip about that here in a minute. But this is also when he was supposed to be reinstated in 2022.
Around the world, saith the Lord. Epstein, this name is about to be in your news once again, but this time, names will not be redacted. And it will take down many people you never would have thought in Hollywood. Government officials, CEOs, oh yes, world elites will be exposed, and so is how they are making money, and it will disgust the world. Get ready, my children, for this explosive time of exposures.
Now, this next clip we got from 2024, she's going to add judges to that list of people being exposed because I guess God forgot to do it in the other videos.
Hold on, because the truth regarding Epstein is not finished. It's far worse than has been revealed. It goes deeper than just what has been on the surface. A collapse of this wall and all who are behind it, and all that they have done, is soon about to blow wide open, bringing down many in your government, along with Hollywood, corporate America, and judges as well. Get ready for this flood of information to start pouring out from everywhere. Their dam of lies is breaking, and truth will flood this nation and destroy their chokehold, saith the Lord.
So did a dam of information break and we know all of this stuff? No, not at all.
Epstein, this name will continue to be in your news. I am not done destroying all that it stood for and all your government did to cause so much evil upon this earth. I told you before, my children, this was so much more than an island. And every person who was a part of this evil will be exposed and brought down from their places of power. I told you before, my children, proof is coming out. More about Epstein and that island. There is much more to that story, and many people's names have been redacted from the public, but I will expose that supposed classified information to the world. Their sinister acts and how purely evil they are will be exposed, and judgment is about to hit them, like the plagues in Egypt, saith the Lord.
Saith the Lord. That video was 2022. Now, this next part, it came out in the news. She says she doesn't watch the news, but I've got a bunch of clips saved of her getting news alerts while she's on live interviews. But it came out that this Hollywood guy was in his contacts list, not a flight log, and never proven anything else, but she's going to go with it.
Alec Baldwin will be in the news once again. The truth regarding that shooting and how it was no accident, and his name being connected to the sex trafficking and Epstein. It is every name I will name, and no one will hide who went to that island or who was a part in the vile acts against the children on this earth. But he will not be the only actor that will be completely exposed. They tried to save him, but they are now letting him fall, to hide others from exposure. But it will not work. I am opening up the book of names and actors that were all involved, not only with the children, but to control the narrative, to control the nation, to put the pathetic puppet show and the supposed government and their power in control. This year will be a year full of exposing and reckoning on a scale never seen before.
If you look that video up, it was 3 years ago.
This year will be a year full of exposing and reckoning on a scale never seen before.
So is God wrong, or is Julie Green a false prophet?
Not defeat me, saith the Lord of hosts. Get ready, I am opening up the manifesto to Epstein Island. No matter how hard they tried to hide the truth, I will expose every name and every person that financed that island.
2022, the year of fulfillment. This was a horrible year for Julie Green. There was supposed to have been a wealth transfer, There was supposed to have been a bunch of stuff that happened on midterms. There was going to be the greater Exodus that was greater than the Exodus in the Old Testament. And there was this Epstein list and all this stuff, and none of this stuff happened. And we need to remember, if they're wrong once, they're not of God. Now, the Epstein and the P. Diddy thing, yeah, all of that is horrible, and it sounds like there's more stuff going on. But this is about what this woman said in God's name was going to happen year after year after year. And here's our results.
The DOJ says it found no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, concluding Epstein did not maintain a client list that he used to traffic underage girls. It's a striking reversal of a past statement by the head of the Justice Department, Attorney General Pam Bondi. Bondi has faced fierce criticism from some Trump supporters after she promoted the February release of a series of Epstein documents that were already publicly available, with some far-right figures calling for Bondi's resignation. Former Trump ally billionaire Elon Musk mocking Bondi as a clown on X Monday.
Yeah, sure. If
Could I just interrupt for 1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this, where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
So on the political side of this, does any of this pass the sniff test? To me, it doesn't. There's more here, but my point is, this is Julie Green saying, "Thus saith the Lord," that his David was going to expose all of this, and all these names were going to come out. But that got pushed away to the point of now it's who's going to be fired or who's going to resign over this, and then it will be yesterday's news. The point I'm pressing here is, has Julie Green been right about any of this? Did the P. Diddy case, nothing really happened. The guy be out in a year. The Epstein list, client list, whatever, the government is saying after careful review, there is no list. Julie Green has been saying this for years, and nothing happened. It grows to the long list of over 200 false prophecies. I think Drew said the other day it was over 220. I found a few more researching for this video. So please reevaluate Julie Green if you're a follower of hers, and get back to the gospel. Get back to the Bible. You can't go wrong that way. Well, lots of video, folks. Thanks for stopping by. Everybody, have a great day.
It's like prophecies going out to the direction, like prophetic words said this, and what actually happened was this, and
all of a sudden, when you have whistleblowers, you have to say, I saw this, I saw that. They were suppressing their witness statements, and some of those people ended up dead. Mm-hmm. So these things just don't add up. And that's because if there is no transparency, then you know they're hiding something extremely bad. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks.